making it into work, and I had to get gas this morning, and it got me to thinking about necessary expenses, like living expenses, rent expenses, things like that, gas if you need to travel for work. And it got me thinking of a conversation I had with a friend yesterday where he said that he pays his rent using a credit card. Now, I can do that with my apartment complex, but they charge an additional fee on top of that, like $20, $25, something like that. And he mentioned that it doesn't really matter because the type of credit card that he uses, he gets like travel miles on it. So the more that he uses it, the more points that he gets in order to travel. And so the more that I thought about it, the more that it makes sense. Like I'm paying for this expense monthly anyway. So why not have my expenses work for me in some sense by getting some credit card reward points from it? Now, whenever I'm talking about credit cards, I'm always wary because I don't want to be caught in under a mountain of debt. We just finished paying off our marriage expenses this past year that we had on some credit cards, and that has really shined a light on how I need to responsibly use credit cards. And so I'm thinking, if I do, I would need to open up a new line of credit with a card that allows for these types of benefits of getting travel miles and whatnot. I have an idea for a couple of different cards, but if I were to go that route, I know that I would need to severely limit the use of that card to only specifically living expenses that are guaranteed each month, and not for pleasure or anything like that, but the absolute necessities. And the more I think about it, the more that it makes sense, because these are expenses that I'm going to be having anyway. Why am I just paying, in the most part, cash for it? And I'm not really getting any additional benefit other than the benefit that the service provides. So that was my kind of morning financial thought this morning. And now it's time to go to work. Every Friday, a few coworkers of mine and I like to go out and try some new places around the area. This week's selection is extreme salads, which we'll see how extreme they are. I just made my order. I didn't go extreme. I just had a Cobb salad with, I guess the extreme part would be the jalapeno lime ranch. I'm very excited by that. One thing that is pretty cool, and I need to find out where they got this, it's a 2-in-1 pepper and salt grinder. You just turn it and grind it to whatever seasoning you want. It's crazy, it's ingenious, it's space saving. I love it. First impression of the salad, it looks pretty good. So here we are. I got the Cobb salad with jalapeno lime ranch. It looks delicious. I am excited to try this out. Obviously, I hated it. Back to work and to finish out the rest of the day. But before I do that, I need to make some personal phone calls and take care of some personal business before clocking back in. Heading back home to go pick up my wife, and then we're going to go out of town for a wedding. Finally got here to the hotel. Going to unpack a little bit, get settled in, and then probably go to sleep because I'm already struggling, and it's going to be a pretty big day tomorrow with the wedding events going on. So I'll be signing off tonight, and until tomorrow, have a good night.